Good morning, beloveds. I still have not figured out this new camera. And I think I'm gonna have to change what it's sitting on. Okay. Yeah. All right. It Yeah. We're definitely gonna have to change what it's sitting on. Sorry, guys. If you're watching this and I'm making you dizzy. There's nothing I can do about it right this second, so stay. Okay, as long as I don't bump it, we should be fine. All right. Then I'll work on it after. It is March 23rd. At least I think it is. Our title is I Am Happy in the Harmony of God. Our quote is Now there are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit. And there are diversities of operation, but it is the same God which works all in all. And that is 1 Corinthians 12, lines 4 and 6. We do not all have the same gifts because no two people are ever alike. Nature never reproduces anything identically, and there are diversities of operations. We are all engaged in different types and sorts of activities, which express the unique individualization which each one of us is. But it is the same God working in all of us. This is one of the most terrific concepts we could entertain. That out of all the variations of life, the infinite variety of color and form and people, the rosebud, the elephant, the snow-capped mountain, the tiny mouse in the field, one power is working, one life is expressing, one energy is animating, one presence flowing through, and one law controlling. The one mind is working in and through us now, not as big or little or as hard or easy, but merely as spontaneous self-expression. Back of our smallest act is the strength of the universe. Behind all of our thoughts is the infinite thinker. Diffused through every human activity is the divine presence. Today, I am realizing that all my thoughts are formulated in the divine mind. All my actions are sustained by the infinite energy. All the power there is and all the presence there is right where I am. Therefore, I open the channels of my thought to the influx of this divine presence, which is now doing something unique and different through me. I feel the impact of this presence in my own mind. I sense its feeling and imagination in my own thinking. I see it operating through all my actions. And since there is no big nor little, everything becomes important because everything is the self-expression of that within me, which doth all things well. Therefore, I surrender myself completely to that one power, that one all-knowing mind, that one presence, which is beauty and love and peace and joy. All right, then.
Ooh. Surprise.
Sorry, that was a text message. What it reminded me of is, now mind you, I'm the daughter of an engineer. Okay. So that we're going to start with the fact that I am the daughter of an engineer. So I tend to think in terms of electronics. It's like he likes to use electricity, but I'm going to use electronics. When you think about the one power, and then you think about the variety of electronics that we have phones, we have computers, we have TVs, we have, all of the, blenders, ovens, air conditioners, and one power runs them all. Electricity runs them all. Uh, you know, and so it's this wide variety of things, and yet there's one power that does it. Now we have to modulate that power to run different things. And so that's, it's the same thing. It's like when you look at the wide variety of electronics that we have in our lives, and they all run on electricity. So it's the same thing. It's like we can have this wide variety of things, of people, and living beings and inanimate objects, and yet it's the same power flowing through all of them. It's kind of an easy one today. It's like a softball. So I am happy in the harmony. What the title has to do with I don't know. I'm happy in the harmony of God. So, and the quote, that's it. Now there are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit. Now there are diversities of operation, but it is the same God which works in all. Okay, so that's 1 Corinthians 12, 4 and 6, which makes me wonder what line 5 was. So, we do not all have the same gifts because no people are ever alike, because the world would be boring if everything was alike. Nature never reproduces anything identically. I mean, look at snowflakes. Even identical twins aren't completely identical. They have a couple of variations. And there are diversities of operations. We are all engaged in different types and sorts of activities which express the unique individualization which each one of us is. I mean, we came here to have experiences. If we all had the same experience, then God wouldn't need but one of us. So we're all having different experiences. Sometimes they get really similar and, we walk similar paths for a short period of time, and then we vary off. Okay. But it is the same God working in all of us. One power. This is one of the most terrific concepts we could entertain, that out of all of the variations of life, the infinite variety of color and form and people, and then he gives you the list. And it's not an exhaustive list by any stretch of the imagination. The rosebud, the elephant, the snow-capped mountains, and the tiny mice in the field. One power is working. We are all animated by that same power. One life is expressing, one energy is animating, one presence is flowing through, and one law is controlling. We all fall under that one law. It's like, this is the way things happen. This is the power that animates us. This is the love that created us to have these experiences. The one mind is working in and through us now, not as big or little or easy as hard, but merely a spontaneous self-expression. Because God doesn't know big or little. God doesn't know easy or hard. Those are things that we apply to ourselves, or dare I say, impose on ourselves. We don't necessarily have to have them, but when we don't know any better. Okay. Let's see. Back of our smallest acts is the strength of the universe. Back of our smallest act is the strength of the universe. It was worth saying twice, because we have all of the power of the universe behind us, no matter how big or small we're playing. So why not play big? Why not play big? Behind all of our thoughts is the infinite thinker. Diffused through every human activity is the divine presence. When we acknowledge the divine presence and work in alignment with the divine presence, things just work better. It's like, so it behooves us to know who we are. All right. Today, I am realizing that all my thoughts are formulated in the divine mind. The mind that I am using is the divine mind. Just my little corner of it. Your little corner of it. All my actions are sustained by the infinite energy, which reminds us that when we set out to take on big challenges, we don't have to do them by ourselves. We're not doing them by ourselves, but we could plug in and let that divine energy flow through us while we are taking on these acts. Okay, all the power there is and all the presence there is right where I am. Jesse likes to quote, the fullness of God is present at every point in space and time, because God doesn't know space and time. Therefore, I open the channels of my thought to the influx of this divine presence, which is now doing something unique and different through me. Okay? The divine presence is doing something unique and different through you and me and all of life, because that's what it does. I feel the impact of this presence in my own mind because I'm open to it. I sense its feeling and imagination in my own thinking, which, if I need ideas, let me go there. All right. I see it operating through all my actions. And since there is no big or nor little, everything becomes important because everything is self-expression of that within me, which does all things. I'm not gonna say do it. Now, don't let that stress you out. Don't let that make, because I don't know if you're like me, I can stress out over the little things. Like the big things, okay, I got this. I'm just like, but the little things, I will let the little things make me crazy. So don't take that line and let it make you crazy. All it means is that there's no big power or little power. If you are doing a little thing, then you have the same amount of power as if you were doing a big thing. So play big. Always play big. Always play big. Don't let it stress you out, though. All right. Therefore, I surrender myself completely to that one power, that one all-knowing mind, that one presence, which is, and here's why we are comfortable surrendering ourselves to it, because that power is beauty and love and peace and joy. So if we're going to surrender to something, that's what we want to surrender to. We want to surrender to beauty and love and peace and joy and come into the alignment with what we know God is. All right, beloveds. So there's your mission today. There's your mission today, to surrender yourself completely to the presence of love, the presence of beauty, the presence of joy, the presence of peace, because you already carry all of that right now within you. All the time. All the time. So go within to the secret place of the Most High that you carry within yourselves. All right, beloveds, that's the mission. Then that is also the point of spiritual practice, is to get in touch with that one. To get in touch with that one. Okay, I'm going to put the book down and hopefully not knock the camera over. Yes! I'm going to encourage you, as I always do, in the spiritual practice. And we can all have as many spiritual practices as we want. But this one that I'm suggesting is to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself, whatever that looks like, be it big, be it small, it does not matter. The point is that you are creating a habit, a default setting, a response, a first response that is loving, kind, and compassionate for yourself. Okay? Because you're a beloved child of God and you deserve your own love, your own kindness, your own compassion. And if you can do it for yourself, you can do it for anybody. And that's how we create a world that works for everybody, is to allow our first response to be loving, kind, and compassionate, no matter what's happening. All right, beloveds. Ooh, my hands are cold. Just noticed that. As always, I do encourage you to do something to engage your mind and your body. I encourage you to go get some bright light. With the sun coming up at 7:30 now, I was halfway through my workout in the gym, which is in a garage, before the sun came up, and the garage faces east. So that was cool. I got to watch that. And I encourage you to drink plenty of water. Hydration is super important. Big believer in hydration. And open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you, you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's a state of consciousness. If we can look around and see the beauty around us, then we understand we do live in heaven. It does require some work on our part to stay there. And one of the things that we can do is what Emma suggests: look for the good and praise it. All right, beloveds, there's always a lot going on, and I would encourage you to email info@creativelife.org. That way you can get on the constant contact, and that email has all of the hot links for anything that's going on. There are 3 book studies going on, and book studies are cool because you can drop in and out of those. I believe, is it? No, it's Wednesday. So the Power of Decision is tomorrow. This is the last day you can join that class. It's a wonderful class. Practitioner Shirley retooled it to make it better. So I would encourage you to try that. And I feel like there's something else going on, but like I said, email. That way you'll know. And we're on all of the social medias, so catch us there. Creative Life Spiritual Center or Creative Life Spark, depending. And I'm the running Rev Ryan on the ones that I'm on. So that's what I know. Have a great day, an amazing day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, an enchanting day, a magical day, a sunny day, a breezy day, a spring day, a go listen to the birds sing day, or go listen to the cats purr day. She just jumped up here, so I figured we'd have a cameo. Have a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day, because you are enough just as you are. All right, beloveds. Want you to know that you're loved, and I will see you next time. Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So take care of yourselves, know that you're loved, and I will see you soon.